Well folks, they've missed him. Within 20 minutes of the rod being out. Look at that one.
A lively one.
We arrived a bit late tonight, so he's put his rod back out, so he left it in the margin for a bit.
Let's get things sorted while I calm it down a bit. Hello and welcome. Back out for another short session. As Mark just said, we're struggling on time again this evening. Got down here a bit late, but left-hander's been out about 10-15 minutes.
Yeah.
And calmed down a bit. As I say, just dropped it in the margin, in the retainer, whilst we've got the spot prime back up and the rod back on it. And yep, 15 minutes in the water, 19.3. Absolutely great start.
Yeah, really nice.
Unfortunately couldn't get down here last week, just too busy at work, but
made up for it already this week?
Yeah, we've been quite fortunate this year. We've only, I think it's the first week last week that we was unable to get out and do some fishing, but as I say, we've done our best this week and managed to get out, and this is made up for it. A real old warrior, bit tatty on the tail, and there's a few nicks in the mouth, which as I do with all our captures, and you've seen in the previous blogs that we've done, give it some TLC with the Christen's clinic. But just return her to the mat while she has a good flip. Oh, she's gone over to the other side for us.
That's it, and we was debating whether to get it out because your middle rod is absolutely bubbling like mad.
Yeah, I've got something to tell you about that middle rod when I get 5 minutes later on this evening. But we'll keep that on the back burner for the time being. But it's kindly flipped over for me, so you can have a look at the other side. But,
got a little bit of tail damage on this one,
yeah,
unfortunately.
Real shame. But we'll tie that up and put some clinic on it, as I said.
Yeah.
So we'll get some pictures. The rod's back out on the spot. Conditions are absolutely fantastic. It's really humid.
Yeah.
It's threatening to rain, isn't it, Mark?
Well, we have had a very light shower, haven't we? So.
It's threatening to rain. And as Mark said, we've had a few little spits and spots here, but it's humid, there's a light wind, sticky. It's just absolutely fantastic. Couldn't wish for any better conditions, so I'm going to hoist it up once more, get some pictures.
Yeah, because you've got to get the kettle on before we have,
yeah.
before you have another one.
I'm going to get the old kettle on for my mate here, and then we're going to have a chat to you about that third rod.
Okay. Great.
Right then folks, got myself sorted. First brew of the session. Just had another bit of rain. Conditions are improving all the time, and absolutely delighted to kick-start the session with that what, £19.3 common. So fantastic start. Right then, I mentioned in that opening blog piece about the third rod, and there's a bit of a twist on that rod this week. Right, well documented now. You've been watching my blogs now for the last, what, 3 or 4 years, how long I've been doing it, and quite commonly known that I make my own baits. Main reason is satisfaction. When you create a bait yourself, I've taken my baits various places in the UK and France, and to catch fish up to just under £50, the buzz I get is just absolutely fantastic. But I've just recently had the opportunity to get on another bait, or I should say a brand new bait, which has been purposely manufactured in conjunction with Gary Bays of Nash Bait for angling direct. Now this bait is just, as I say, can only be purchased online or in any angling direct branch up and down the country, and that bait is this one called Tangiterra. I've been told it was field tested quite intensely for a good 2 years, home and abroad, and the results have been absolutely fantastic. So it's got rubber stamps and it's in the shops now. You can actually go in one of the branches. So there's 12 shops. Their most recent shop is in Halzowen in Blackheath. If you're in the area, you can buy it there, or you can buy it online. Right then, it's well, Tangy, no guesses to one of the flavours in it, which is tangerine. It's got a shellfish back note to it, and there is various other ingredients in it which I'll be honest about, I don't honestly know, but Gary's been making baits for what, 30 odd years. That bloke knows his stuff when it comes to bait. and the results that I've been told about and seen the captures, it's you know, it's going to be a really good bait. It's one you can use all year round. I'm currently using the 15 millers in the shelf life format. I think they're only starting to do them at the moment in 15 mil and 12 mil, and they're going to be ready available in both shelf life and freezer bait. There's also a complimentary dip you can purchase, and they do two types of pop-ups. They do the like a kind of like washed out orangey coloured pop-up, and they do this bait in Nash Bait's rainbow pop-ups, which you can purchase. They're about £4 or £5 I think, and you get loads of different colours and loads of different sizes. So yep, that one's on the middle rod this evening. Fish no differently, and as I look over to the lake as I'm going through this little piece of you, it's absolutely fizzing again over that left hand where I've just had a bite, so I wouldn't be surprised that screamed off again in a minute. Yeah, the one I'm currently using is 15 mil in the shelf life, and I'm fishing at my normal snowman presentation over quite a good scattering of bait, to be quite honest. I've done that on all my rods this evening. I've put a good 5 or 6 handfuls in, and it's fizzing as I'm talking to you again. On the rod I've just had the bite, and it was actually fizzing over the rod where I've got the Tangiterra, which is my middle rod. So yep, I did actually put a little piece up on my YouTube channel last week on the Tangiterra, and I'm trying to incorporate a bit more in this blog. So yeah, okay, bit of plug in there for Angling Direct, but this is a quality bait. It's reasonably priced as well. So if you're in the market for a new bait or you want to give it a try, I can highly recommend it, and I'll be using it throughout my sessions. So whatever I do catch, I'll be posting it on the website throughout my blogs and my written blogs. So there we go, folks. Tangiterra. Right then, it's just gone 8:05. I've literally just re-spotted the rods and put a few more fresheners out there. The spots, certainly the left and middle rod, have been, well, you'd have thought there was a diver down there. There's definitely carp in the area, and as just explained, they've been ripping the spots up, but as yet, no more action. I'm really surprised. So just sat on my hands basically, thinking that it might materialise into a bite, and reluctant to do anything else. But the temptation's got the better of me, and I've re-spotted and trickled a bit more bait in. Sometimes you can obviously put a lead out there, and you know, maybe something's just masking the up or what have you, but really it should have done me a bite. I'm a bit disappointed really, but still got time. We're on here till dusk, and as usual, give everything I've got right up to the last second. But yep, it's a beautiful evening. Just hoping for another carp. Mark's been very quiet. I mean, as I mentioned in previous sessions, the old non-blank rain. I don't want to speak too soon, but I know he's getting itchy feet. This could possibly be one of them, but no Mark as well as I do. He's normally got something up his sleeve, and I'm sure he'll winkle one out before we have to leave, but it's been really quiet tonight on his side. But that's carp fishing, isn't it? So I've just popped the kettle back on, so I'm going to have another brew and sit back and take in the surroundings, and hopefully one of them rods is going to rip off and we're going to have someone else to show you folks. So yep, come on Mr. Carp, let's be having you. Same rod's gone again, folks. What we got? Approaching 8:45. Absolutely fizzing like mad. And I thought to myself, it's just got to go, and it did. Another lovely common. This one's the smallest one of the session so far, and this one's gone £17.11. Another lovely one. Dropped it in the margin while I've got the rod back out. See if I can nick one more before I leave, but if I can just lift it up for you folks, I'll show it you. Here you go. I'm vlogging this one on my own. Mark's just prepping up his swim next door, and he's trying to winkle one out to save that non-blank season, but there you go, you get the general gist. Lovely condition, this one. CM2. Second fish off the same spot this evening. Beautiful. As I say, let's see if we can nick one more before we leave, and let's hope it's Mark. Slip it back. Well, them swells folks, from the swim to my left, and Mark's gone and got one on. Real funny take. We've both been experiencing funny takes this evening.
I wouldn't say experience, I've only had one.
Alright then, I'll rephrase that. The two takes I've had were a bit funny, and the one that Mark's has had was the same. But yep, we're approaching the end of another short session. But I'm pleased to say that Mark's got one on. So just a little bit of footage as it's reaching the surface. Fingers crossed, the next thing it'll do is reach the back of the net, and he'll keep the non-blank season living for another session. Yep, you were getting itchy feet, weren't you, mate? Right then. Hopefully the next time you see us, Mark will be holding a bar of gold.